Hello. We're going to be watching AMBERLYNN's video from today, but first, we should probably talk about some of the drama that's going on in regards to the feeder being a feeder. Who would have thought? So in case you're a little behind and think, oh, is this some kind of rumor? Are there like breadcrumbs about it around the internet that Emily, AMBERLYNN's girlfriend, is a feeder? Well, no, it's actually 100% confirmed. If you look on your screen right now, you can see a picture of Emily with her ex-girlfriend who died about 2 months before her and Amber got together. And it says, my sexy, gorgeous girlfriend at Willow Gray spent some of her last visit trapped under part of my super heavy stomach, where she belongs. Not to mention, it is her favorite place in the world to be. Baby, you are now and will forever be my perfect fit. I love you so much. Till next time. Now, I'm not going to speak ill of the dead, but this is extremely weird, mostly on Emily's part. Now, with these pictures out there, how did AMBERLYNN REID do damage control about how her girlfriend definitely isn't feeder? Because that would be reputation shattering for Amber. I don't know what's left to shatter, but it would be. Amber said that Emily wasn't into it. It was just for money. It was literally just for money. Look at this. Look how happy she is. And you're telling me that's just for money? Now, why is all this coming back to the forefront? Because AMBERLYNN's crumble cookie video, in which she pleasures herself. Well, she doesn't really do that, but she gropes herself while eating a cookie, has been leaked. Now, where did that come from? It could be from Erica. It could be from Alexis. Well, both of them deny having leaked it. And the way it was leaked was very weird. It seemed like there were some random Twitter account that just came on the scene and posted it. To be clear, it's not 100% known what is true, what is fiction. But we're getting screenshots of accounts on a feeder website that match up with Emily. And we're getting screenshots from stuff like Venmo, where it seems like she's getting requests on Venmo, and people are paying her for that. We're getting a lot of really weird stuff. It seems like it's kind of a lot to be a coincidence. It still could be. But, I mean, we'll see. But this leads us to AMBERLYNN addressing this whole thing via community post. Before even getting to the content of her response or her statement, this is probably one of the dumbest things she could possibly do. Most people that are haters, they're not complete losers like me and maybe you. You can decide if this applies to you. You know, they're not the people that are checking the Reddit. They go check Kiwi Farms. They don't watch every single one of Jordy's streams. They don't, watch 5 commentary videos about the same exact video, which I absolutely do. And Zachary Michael, who is, her biggest hater, I would say, as far as viewership and all that, he doesn't like to comment about anything until AMBERLYNN talks about it. He doesn't really do speculation and rumors. But now that AMBERLYNN's talking about it, it means that he is going to talk about, which he has, because he's posted a video about this by the time I'm recording. So this is now reaching out to everyone else that, they just watch Zachary Michael on a compilation video every now and then. So now everyone's going to know about it. So this is posted New Year's Day 2025. And I mean, I could say that Amber's New Year is getting off to a great start. Her 2024 ended very wonderfully. She was having a great time. She didn't kill any cats or anything. And now it's getting off to a great start. Literally like 12 hours into the new year. And we have this. I am sure everyone knows about the rumors going around when it comes to Walnut. So the account used the name Walnut, which is a little sus because Emily uses oak, willow, various tree type names. Tommy has contact, and remember, Emily is Tommy. Very stupid that she keeps this going. Tommy has contacted the website personally in hopes to get this figured out, because not only is someone trying to impersonate her, but they are trying to make people believe I sell and am part of the feeder community, which I am not and never will be. This response, she probably thinks she ate. She probably didn't actually write this, Emily probably wrote this. You are confirming that this account exists. It exists on this website, and somebody is selling possibly the cookie video. They're trying to sell certain videos, which might be AMBERLYNN. That's not a really good defense, is it? Who else could have gotten the cookie video from? Because what we know, or what we think we know, or what we've been told from a random Lithuanian guy on the internet, is that Emily basically kind of scammed people out of the cookie video, and that's why people are really upset, and that's why it got posted. So this is kind of just making it even more believable that that account really was posting the cookie video, right? It's still not 100% for sure, but it's pretty sus. There has to be some legalities when it comes to stuff like this, because it is defamation, as they are making everyone believe it to be true. Wouldn't this be so funny if it is Emily behind this? It's like the call is coming from inside the house. I just watched Black Christmas for Christmas, and just like that, the call's coming from inside the house. It's so funny imagining Emily like frantically trying to explain to Amber, "Oh man, no, I'm gonna figure out who it is," knowing damn well it's herself. Hopefully that website can provide more information and get that person's page taken down once and for all. See, this is such an awful response. She's really she's just confirming that this stuff is real. It's like when we first found out Tommy was a feeder. She comes out and tells us, yeah, the pictures are real, but... So she's telling us this account is real. Possibly the cookie video is real. Why else would the cookie video come out right around the time this was found out? And they had posted they had posted a cookie emoji when the cookie video came out. So the video she posted today is called Feeder Allegations, Living Life at 600 Pounds, and Resenting Alexis, Part 1. Now, the feeder allegations is probably going to be clickbait. This seems like a Q&A style video, and she's sitting on the couch, so we'll see. Also, I bet the most recent stuff wasn't even around when she made this video. So she might be responding to old stuff, like the old allegations, which are also true, and completely ignoring the new ones. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get another great feeder allegations video next time.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this is part 1 of a 4-part series where I answer
4 parts. Come on, we're doing 4 Q&As. It's going to be all bullshit questions too. It's not going to be anything actually good. And that also means that she's recorded it. So for the next 4 videos, we're not going to hear anything about the most recent allegations. Piss me the fuck off.
And I think it's questions I've never answered before. But who knows?
She does a Q&A like every other month. What do you mean it's questions you've never answered before? She's probably answered every question there is. Not to be rude, but she is looking rather large. Just my point of view.
YouTube for 11 years, so
Damn,
I don't
look
really
at her,
remember
dude.
what I've shared. So I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, and I'm gonna be super busy for the next like 10 days or so, and I'm not gonna be able to have time to edit my videos.
Is Emily coming?
I will still be filming though, so I am pre-recording in this moment, so I figured the best way to do that, to continue my schedule and to give you guys content, is to create this 4-part series.
Oh, so great.
Since there are 100 questions,
Thank you so much, Amber. I'm so glad the next 4 videos are going to be bullshit Q&A. It's going to be all questions you've answered before, even though you're saying they're all brand new questions.
There's 25 questions per part, so let's get into
100.
So
That's
I just
so
want to
cool.
preface this, that I got all of these questions on random social media platforms where I was like, you guys, I'm doing a Q&A on YouTube, send me in your questions. All right, so the first one is, who are your top 5 artists on Spotify Wrapped this year?
Oh, dude, no one cares.
Billie Eilish was
I'm just
my
going to
number
talk
one,
over
which
this
is
because
not
no one gives a fuck.
surprising. Second is Banks.
We knew it was going to be Billie Eilish
Third
first.
is a band called
Two.
Mansion Air. Love them. Fourth, Montel Fish. Love him.
Oh
His
my
music's so
God.
good. The fifth
Montel
one I'm
Fish.
a little shocked by. It's The Weeknd.
The Weeknd. That's what she listens to when they're her and Emily are fingering.
Recommend that I wash my hair. So I am no hair doctor.
I think that's a troll question. That's a troll question, trying to figure out how often she washes her hair, because she's always coming on looking so greasy. Some troll sent that in saying, so how often do you think you should wash your hair? To see what her routine is. The next one should be, oh, AMBERLYNN, how often do you think you should shower?
I am no hair doctor over here, but I do know that every hair is different, so I really don't know what to tell you.
Every hair is different.
I have noticed that the healthiest hair is if you wash it just a couple times a week. Speaking of hair, I do get this question a lot.
It's going to be kind of hard to figure out routine if all the hairs on your head are different.
Would you ever cut your hair into a bob? Absolutely not. That is not my style. I don't
Hashtag get a bob. I know that Zachary Michael's been trying to get her to do it.
think it would look good on me. It looks good
That's
on other
another
people.
hater question.
That is not my thing. I love my hair long. That is how I've always loved it. In my early 20s, I did chop it all off. If I can find some photos, I'll post them here. But my hair was down to my butt. I went into
are there
the
any photos,
salon,
please?
literally just wanting a hair trim.
Please post
and I left
them.
with my hair to my shoulders. And I cried. Yes, I did. It was the biggest mistake. I will never do it again. Have you ever been to
Let's see that again.
literally just wanting a hair trim, and I left with my hair to my shoulders?
Doesn't I don't know. I'm not one of the girlies. Does that look
And
bad?
I cried. Yes, I did.
I don't think it looks that bad. At least it doesn't look as bad as she's making it out to be. She doesn't look good because she's AMBERLYNN. She looks horrible. But the haircut itself doesn't look horrible to me. What do I know?
It was the biggest mistake. I will never do it again. Have you ever been to Disneyland? I have. I've been twice. Both times I went, I was 17. So if you guys remember me sharing, my foster mom did pass away recently, and it was
I thought you hated
actually
them.
that foster mom that made that dream.
Oh,
come true
I
for
guess
me.
if that's
I
the
know this is
one
going
foster mom that actually takes her to Disneyland. Maybe it was the one good one.
off on something
There's some
completely
holes in her story, but maybe it truly was just that one good one.
different, but a lot of people have heard me talk a lot of bad things about foster care, because I do have a lot of bad experiences in foster care. I will not deny that, but there are some positives as well, and that is one of them. Are you going to
Disneyland
continue
twice in
sharing
1
fan
year?
art? No, not in that way, because it was just something I wanted to add as a part of Vlogmas.
Okay, get out of here. It has nothing to do with the fact that Jordy snuck in and got his fan art posted. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that she doesn't really want to do it anymore. She just kind of wanted to leave it in 2024, right?
That I thought was really fun, and I enjoyed doing it. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Honestly, normally
Lose
I have
weight.
a whole list of resolutions.
Come on, give it to
and
us.
goals and things I want to succeed.
How many has she ever accomplished? Her completion rate on New Year's resolutions has to be actually 0.
At, and I never follow through with any of them.
Yeah.
So I think it's just
we know.
really
That's
easy
why you're like
and
550 right now.
manageable. If I sit here and say I just want to improve as a person, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, like I am very like into the universe, and
I just want to improve as a person. What a great New Year's resolution. You know, usually when you make goals, you want to put concrete goals for you to follow, or else you don't know if you're doing it. What does it mean to become a better person?
And I believe that the universe and me are connected. I know that sounds weird to some people, but that's okay. Like, I really just want to be like just a better person in general. And I know
how are you
going to
measure that?
Anytime.
What's your
goal?
goal?
I've definitely improved over the years, but 2025, I really do want to focus more on like the therapy aspect and like improving my health aspect.
The therapy aspect. How many times has she told us that she's going to go get a new therapist? Now 2025, that's her goal. She's going to go get one this time, for real, for real.
To not really like set out flat out goals, more so just every day, even if it's just me being 1% better than I was the day before. What 1% was your favorite better and least favorite part of Vlogmas this year? So easily my least favorite was the beginning. It was highly saturated.
The beginning was awesome, dude. She killed her cat. She was locked in a basement. Yeah, it had everything.
And the fact that I was going through a lot of mental health and heartbreak because I was missing Rarity while also being attacked because I was neglectful in a situation where it was never my intent. Accidentally leaving that door open.
She was neglectful. I thought you said she wasn't neglectful. Hold on.
Mental health and heartbreak because I was missing Rarity while also being attacked because I was neglectful in a situation.
She was neglectful. She told us she wasn't.
And where it was.
Who am I supposed to believe? Amber or Amber?
Leaving that door open literally altered my life in the worst way possible. And not only was
it altered her life so much that within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she left. She said, "Fuck Rarity, I'm out of here."
Being attacked for a mistake that literally broke me and shattered me.
A mistake? You said it was neglectful. Is it neglectful or a mistake? Can a mistake be neglectful? Maybe.
That I was lying about the situation, which I wasn't. And I was also being told that a cat that was found deceased was Rarity, which definitely was not the case either. So it was a lot at once while already going through mental health problems.
Oh, great. Mental health problems.
The Rarity situation privately instead of like broadcasting every single.
How did you handle it privately? What do you mean you handled it privately? You talked about it a bunch for like 3 weeks and then all of a sudden you just stopped talking about Rarity.
2 seconds.
Is that handling it privately? You talk about it on the internet for like 2 weeks and then you just stop talking about it?
There's an update or not. I noticed the backlash.
I mean, I guess that's private technically.
And that definitely helped with my mental health and my heartbreak, to be honest. I would say the best part of Vlogmas was the fact that I completed it. And instead of letting my depression stop me from decorating for Christmas like it did last year.
Oh my God. Can you believe that she canceled Christmas decorating last year because it reminded her so much of Jade? She canceled decorating for Christmas. Christmas was canceled because of Jade. She was so hung up on Jade that Christmas was canceled. Jade's like the Grinch.
I said, screw that. We're going to decorate for Christmas.
I said,
because
no.
I feel like that'll actually help my mood, and it genuinely did.
Yeah,
I mean, I've had a boyfriend before. Yes, I've had multiple boyfriends, but it was all.
She jacked off 2 cousins in the movie theater, or that might be different. She jacked off someone in a movie theater, then she jacked off 2 cousins at their house. Pretty cool.
Like when I was a teenager and a kid. Never as an adult. No, no, no. Have you ever considered digital planning?
She's strictly
no,
Clitly.
Never, because I really love physical planners.
She really loves killing trees. Can't get enough of killing trees.
Physically writing. For the longest, I was reading so many novels and I was reading like the physical book.
Where? When? Are you talking about a couple of years ago? Was it the beginning of this year or was it the year before where she told us she read like 24 books in a month?
And then people were like...
And then books have been nowhere to be seen. Books have been banned and then sent to the chaos realm.
Like, you should try a Kindle, you should try a Kindle. So then in my brain, I was like, you know what, let me try a Kindle. Because there's like this cute little small Kindle that I ended up buying. I
would love that.
Adorable. And I realized it's just not for me. I feel like some things, for me, I just can't do technology based. That's reading and also, planning. Those are things that I just enjoy doing. Like,
I'm a physical game collector, so I can't get mad.
Pen, etc., etc. Do you resent Alexis for bringing up the crumble cookie video? Honestly,
dude, Alexis absolutely destroyed Amber. Alexis fucking went off on her, telling all her dirty secrets. Like every single dirty secret that happened within that last year, Alexis told us. And Amber just like crawls back to her. Maybe Alexis crawled back to her. I don't know. But either way, it's pretty pathetic on both parts.
No, it's really
Could you imagine somebody telling everyone that you're dating a 20-year-old and how weird that is, and then talking about the cookie, the crumble cookie video, and all this stuff? It was just so much stuff about how awful Amber was, and then just taking them back.
not that big of a deal to me. I'm an adult.
It's not
I'm
a big
sexual
deal.
human being. I'm very
please.
sex positive, not a prude, pretty open book. So I don't really
Great.
care, actually. What I care about is people behind my back being creepy and sending it to reaction channels.
Okay, but we know it wasn't Erica now. We know it was probably somebody on a feeder website.
That's weird. And I'm very glad
It wasn't
Alexis
Erica, though.
never did that.
Probably.
What moment?
I mean, it could still be Erica, but... And what do you mean I'm very glad Alexis didn't do that? Alexis was in Jordy's DMs saying, hey, I'll send you the crumble cookie video if you want. So she was literally 2 taps away from sending it. And now she's acting like, oh my God, I'm glad Alexis wouldn't have done that. But she was about to.
in the last couple of years made you grow the most as a person, living alone?
Probably Panda Express, DoorDash, Chick-fil-A. I think that probably made her grow the most over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. The first time I ever lived alone was when I was 32, and I'm now 34.
Lived alone. Okay. Does it actually count as living alone when you need your mom to chauffeur you around every single place? Remember when people were like, Amber, how are you going to live alone? You're not going to be able to live alone. And Amber said, no, because there's a thing called Uber. I can just take a ride from there. Well, why don't you take a ride from there then? You make your mom drive you everywhere. It doesn't seem like you're very alone to me.
Telling you, I genuinely believed in my soul for a majority of my life that I had to live with someone, that's the only way I was going to be happy, because I was always scared to be alone. But you guys, I'm telling you, I thrive when I live by myself.
You thrive living by yourself. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Absolutely love it. And it's helped me grow as a person 100%. If you could go back and never have made YouTube videos, would you? No. I absolutely would have still done YouTube.
Yeah, you know why? Because there is no way. Amber barely graduated high school. She had to go to a continuation school, which is fine. A lot of people have family circumstances, so whatever. She didn't go to college. She went to a for-profit college for 1 semester. She doesn't have any type of college degree. She never learned a trade. She's actually useless. That's pretty harsh, dude. But she's actually useless. She's like 550 pounds at this point. What can she do? What can she do? Like absolutely nothing. I can't think of any job that would want her. And she says that she would still do YouTube. No shit, dude. Because if you weren't doing YouTube, you'd be actual like I don't know, on disability or something, living off $500 a month. YouTube is the only reason you're making probably, over 100,000. I don't know. My guess has always been that she makes like around 100,000 even. And there's no way she gets that without YouTube. No shit that she's gonna want to keep on doing it, or she would go back in time and keep it because she knows how lucrative it would have been.
Probably would have just done it differently. I know the YouTube game, I know what people want, but I also know that there are things I have said and done online that I would have never done because I now, as a 34-year-old woman, I have learned from those things.
She's so grown, dude.
Mistakes. Do you plan on seeing Wicked? I have never seen like the original Wicked, but with the clips I've seen of the new one, it genuinely looks pretty interesting. So yes, I do plan on watching it. What is the last thing you ate? I had Buffalo Wild Wings and I got boneless
takeout.
chicken. The sauce I got on there was Asian Zing.
Takeout.
I really like their boneless chicken.
Last thing I got was takeout.
And even the pieces of chicken that I normally would never go for, which are like kind of like the bigger pieces, they're still dry. I'm like, okay, pop off. And I've never once seen like a weird piece of chicken. So
her fucking Taco Bell thing pisses me off. She's just pretending at that point, right? The last when she started finding the chicken nuggets that she was like, "Oh, these are grossing me out." She was just looking for something to be mad about. She was not gross about those at all. She ate them afterwards.
If you're weird about chicken, but you enjoy like a good
no one's
wing,
weird about chicken like that.
I recommend Buffalo Wild
Literally
Wings.
just
I
you.
also got potato wedges from there. What was the real reason you moved back to Oklahoma and didn't stay in Wisconsin? Because I have a whole ass apartment. I have a whole life here. I love my apartment. I love
what life do you have there? But I do believe her. I do believe that it was her choice to go back to Oklahoma, because she does have stuff that, like, she literally has an apartment there. She's there for another year probably. I don't know how long, or when she signed the lease or whatever, and her mom's there. I don't think she actually gives that much of a fuck about her mom or like her family, but still she had stuff in Oklahoma that she needs to take care of before she moves to Wisconsin. Emily seems like she, is a Wisconsin girl, so I don't see her moving. I see Amber being the one to move eventually, if they don't break up soon.
living alone. I do believe that Tommy as a person is my home, but in a responsible
Tommy is her home. Okay.
way, I belong here right now. So that is why we're currently in a long distance relationship, but I do see us moving in together in the future. How did you even hold that snake? Because it honestly looked so terrifying.
No one cares, dude.
That's what my mom said, but I love snakes. I've always loved snakes. I will say it was exhilarating because it is a huge snake. It is by far the biggest snake.
Snake's got the same personality.
I wasn't scared. I don't know. Did you really think that Jordy was stalking you? No, absolutely not. I never once thought Jordy was stalking you. No, absolutely not. I never.
Fuck off, dude. Alexis had no that's such a weird story Alexis would have made up. Get the fuck out here, Amber. You absolutely thought that. And then why did you get his personal information? You guys are a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Once thought that. Was there a particular reason you stopped sharing your weight? So as you guys know, I have done.
Yeah, I can tell you why. Because she's gained so much. Because she's at least 550. My conservative guess that she's at least 530. She's probably like 550 right now.
Ozempic/semaglutide twice. The first time I did it, when I stopped, I gained so much weight so freaking fast. I had a weird feeling it was going to happen.
Why did you stop then? You take a drug that literally just suppresses your appetite, and you're shocked that you gained a bunch of weight when you stopped for no goddamn reason? She is going to have a difficult time on these drugs, which is insane because when you think about it, if she literally just stuck to it, she would be like 300 pounds by now. All she had to do was stick to it. But here she is, 550, 530, 600, who knows? And yeah, nothing to show for it. I lost track of what I was saying. Oh yeah. So the reason she's going to have trouble on these drugs is because she does not want to stop eating. She doesn't. It doesn't matter if it's going to help her lose weight. She doesn't want to stop gorging on food because that's the only thing that brings her happiness at this point.
Again, and I tried really hard not to let it happen, but sadly, I didn't try hard enough.
Yeah, you didn't try hard enough.
Stop taking it, you gain your weight back. So normally,
what the fuck is the point? If she's telling us right, oh my god, dude, look at her. I'm sorry to pause it to say that. Well, I didn't pause it to say that, but dude, look at her. It's insane. Anyways, so what is the point of even doing it? What's the point of doing it if you're just already resigned to the fact you're just going to gain the weight back?
I wouldn't have cared to share that because I've always shared that. But then all of a sudden, all of these rumors about my girlfriend that were not true.
This is fucking pissing me off because she's not even talking about the recent rumors. She's talking about the old feeder rumors. What the fuck do you mean they are not true? The worst you can say is that they're misconstrued. If you want to take Emily's explanation that they were just so poor. By the way, look at Emily's house. Not a mansion or anything, but she probably makes a decent amount of money, at least enough to, go see someone every now and then. if you take her explanation that, oh, we just really needed the money so I could go fly to see her, they're still making feeder content, and it's not a rumor. It's not a rumor.
Because that is not the way our relationship is. I knew that if I came on here and said,
But it was the way her last relationship was. It was. And you keep on trying to pretend it wasn't. It was all a money thing. But you cannot argue in the face of those facts. It is like 100% indisputably, is that a word? No dispute that she was in a feeder relationship, and now the girl that was in a feeder relationship with somebody that was 1,200 pounds and then died is now your girlfriend 2 months later. Do you think she reformed? Do you think after 2 months she reformed and was like, oh man? I mean, obviously she didn't, because she was feeding that girl until she died. She was giving her 6 Domino brookies when she was 1,200 pounds. Somebody like that isn't going to be like awesome when she died, because they knew she was going to die. So she's not going to just because Colleen died, Emily's not going to be like, oh man, I really see the error of my ways. No. And if she did, it wouldn't be happening over 2 months. But it did happen over but she is with you after 2 months. So she's still the same feeder girl that she was. And it's not a rumor. It's like 100% documented truth. Also, the word I was trying to say was indisputable. There you go. I was having an AMBERLYNN vocabulary moment for a second.
I'm gaining weight because that's how the cookie crumbles. No pun intended.
Oh, God.
People would automatically blame her when ultimately it was my doing, and it's the pattern that I've had.
Do you understand why, though? She keeps on acting like we're just out of our minds, when in reality, we're just talking about what we've actually seen.
My whole life, since I was literally like 10 years old when I had my first diet, it was just easier for me not to share those things anymore. I want to protect and cherish the people in my life that I care about. God. The rumors about Tommy are not true. Are you excited or nervous to try semaglutide again? I'm definitely both excited and nervous, and I will definitely share more of that as I talk more about my journey. Will you ever admit you are actually 600 pounds? I am telling you, human to human, face to face, like I know you're not here, but I'm acting as if you are. If I was 600 pounds, I would not be able to move. I'm saying that.
Did they say, hold on.
Human to human. Definitely both excited and nervous, and I will definitely share more of that as I talk more about my journey. Will you ever admit you are actually 600 pounds?
Will you ever admit you are or were? I can't hear that. But if it's were, she's kind of admitted that she was closer to 600 pounds than she tells us. Because she says that, the highest number I've ever seen on the scale. But then we also know that she stopped looking at the scale when she got that high. Right now, no, I don't think she's 600 pounds, but I do think she is in like the mid 500s. Like I said, conservative 530, 550 for my non-conservative guess.
To move. I'm saying that based on like knowing how I feel now at the weight that I am. If I was 600 pounds, I would not be able to fit in my mother's car, let alone go and do things and walk around stores and go to bingo. It would not be happening. The
one thing I will say is that she is surprisingly mobile for somebody that's like mid 500s. Even if she's probably trying to pretend right now that she's like 5'10". Even then, if she were 5'10", it's insane that she is actually semi-mobile still. So, I mean,
can you show your watch time on TikTok and Instagram?
Who the fuck's asking that?
When someone asked this question, I screenshotted it just so I could remember because my memory is shit. I don't really go on TikTok and Instagram, as you can see. It does show on
I can't
Friday
see anything.
That I was on TikTok
what are you talking about?
For a bit more than usual. It's because I was gathering these questions.
22 minutes, great.
What has been the hardest part to overcome with having BPD?
Even if she's not on TikTok all the time, she is addicted to stealing TikTok things. That's for sure.
A lot. And I don't know if I've actually overcome any of it. So
Sorry, I missed that.
A lot. What has been the hardest part to overcome with having BPD?
What do you mean overcome? She hasn't overcome anything. She hasn't gone to therapy for it. How the fuck is she supposed to overcome everything about BPD if she doesn't go to therapy for it or doesn't do any of the work herself?
A lot. And I don't.
The only good thing the BPD diagnosis has been for Amber is that she can now blame stuff on it. She just blamed her acting like a fucking psycho on Jordy's stream by saying that she was just having a BPD moment, saying that she was having it was because of the BPD. That's the only good thing, is you could say it's because of the BPD. That's how you get over it. You just blame stuff on it, so you can't be held accountable.
I don't know if I've actually overcome any of it. So I'm kind of going to rewrite the question and ask it as if like, what's the hardest part about having BPD? It's the fact that you cannot regulate your emotions. Sometimes it feels physically impossible. Like during a BPD episode, which are actually...
And that's so great. It's so great that that's a symptom or a symptom. Is that the right word? I'm not sure, but that's so great that that's a symptom of BPD, because Amber can obviously just use that whenever she's acting insane, whenever she's taking the hate too much, too hard, and she's going after reaction channels. Now she can just use the BPD excuse. That's so cool.
Sometimes
Congrats.
called BPD tantrums. And that's
BPD tantrums, like you're a baby. That's so funny because her build is kind of like a baby. Whenever she like lifts her arms or anything, she literally looks like a toddler. So it only is right that she would have a tantrum.
It's not like in a rude way or whatever. It sounds
BPD
rude, like
tantrum.
Like, calm down now. Like, I'm not throwing a tantrum, but that is just what it's called. So during those episodes, my rational self is still in
500-pound toddler having a tantrum.
Screaming at me, AMBERLYNN, stop.
The rational self is in her screaming to stop. I am calling BS on that.
AMBERLYNN, calm down. AMBERLYNN, it's gonna be okay. Regulating those emotions and calming down, it literally feels like someone is telling you you have to travel outside into space, and I want you to carry the world on your shoulders.
Okay.
That's not possible.
Stop the
it
shit, girl.
It feels impossible to regulate your emotions. And I'm fully aware that DBT therapy can help with that. So
okay, then go therapy. Go therapy then. I'm fully aware that therapy can help with this. Well, you've had this diagnosis for over a year. Maybe you should try that now.
I have is having BPD makes everything feel more extreme than the average. Like the average person, they would say, yeah.
That's why she's an empath.
Well,
now she can say she has a scientific reason for why she's an empath.
When we're happy, people would be.
And I'm sorry if this is controversial. I feel like she probably does have BPD, but the fact that she got it after, or she got it like it's a contagious disease. The fact that she received a diagnosis after she became friends with Alexis is really funny, because we know that she just is a chameleon, right? And Alexis has BPD. So it makes me a little sus about the fact that wondering if she does have a diagnosis or not.
BPD, it feels euphoric. A regular person would feel angry. Us, we feel burning rage. A regular person feels sad. We literally feel like we're mourning the death of someone we have loved
dragging everybody into it.
Lives. Everything feels so strong, and like we're sensitive to
she's so sensitive, dude.
So our moods switch really quickly. Like a lot of people get bipolar and borderline personality disorder mixed up because we both have mood shifts.
I mean, you hold both BPD, so it makes sense.
So people with
I don't even know if it has to do with the mood shifts. I think it has to do with the fact that she calls both BPD.
With bipolar, their moods will change on days or weeks basis, while people with BPD like me, our moods will change multiple times a day, sometimes even multiple times an hour. It's exhausting for us, and I'm sure it's very exhausting for the people
Keeps on using we, us, our, because he's part of the club now.
Around us as well. Would you be able to be in a sexless relationship?
Oh, no.
No. This girly pop
It pisses me off. Her no. Remember when she used to do the no? That was horrible.
has done that before, and she will never do it again. When
Throwing
I'm with
Becky
right
under the
one,
bus.
I am like a sex machine.
Oh my god. That was horrible to bear witness to.
And she will never do it again. When I'm with the right one, I am like a sex machine.
It's always the people talking openly about how they love being poly and they're a sex machine. They just love having sex. It's always the people talking about that openly that you don't want to hear talking about openly.
What am I saying right now? What is a rumor about?
It's like threesomes, dude. The only people that are down to have the people that are down to have threesomes are like it's like the Ambers of the world. Just somebody you do not want to even think about being a sexual being.
That is 100% not true. Girl, do you have all day? Because I have a whole list. But for the sake of video purposes and time crunches, there is a few in particular that I would love to mention. But these are things that I promised myself I would never speak about again online. So we're going to skip over those and move on to something else. I'm going to choose something that is like currently happening. Two things.
Oh,
actually.
the feeder.
One,
the feeder.
It is 100% not true. I am not a feedie.
Oh
I am not
my
in a
god.
feeder relationship. That is not what's happening.
Okay, she can say she's not a feedie, and I won't get too mad because she could say that she's ignorant about the whole Tommy stuff. She doesn't think that Tommy's actually a feeder. But get the fuck out of here with saying Tommy's not a feeder. Hold on, let's see what she says.
Happening here. Two, the fact that some people actually a feeder relationship. That is not what's happening here.
And just, she is a feeder. I don't know how to break it to you, dude. She is a feeder. We know. It's fact.
Two, the fact that some people actually believe this is sick, but there are people who believe that I let Rarity out on purpose to stay in Wisconsin longer. Tommy didn't want me to leave.
Yeah, Tommy's just obsessed with her.
There forever. Rarity is my heart, my soul, my best friend,
I don't believe that she did that. I do believe that she's an idiot that left the door open for too long. And I do not know when it comes to damn, why can't I remember the name all of a sudden? The first cat that got let out. What the hell? I've talked about that story 10,000 times, and now I'm getting performance anxiety on the microphone. I can't remember it. Well, anyways, the jury is still out for me on whether she let the pre-Rarity cat out.
Everything. I would have never in a million years done that. And if you know me in person, you would know that to be true. But that's what people do. They create these really disgusting rumors about me and just like hold on to them for dear life. I know nothing I say will ever change anyone's opinion.
Amber loves letting us know that if we just knew her in real life, we would love her. Well, why don't you have any friends then? She doesn't have any real life friends. Even the friends she pretends to have, they're all internet people. She used to pretend that her and Jade like went to the neighborhood bar. It was like Cheers. They were going and everyone knew their name. They would go in and everybody's like, "Oh, hey Amber, hey Jade." That did not happen.
But for the sake of answering the question, there's your answer. All right, you guys. So that is part 1, and I will see you guys soon for part 2. Bye.
Great. That sucked. And we're gonna get 3 more of these, and they're none of them are gonna be good. That's horrible. We're gonna go like 2 weeks without having a good AMBERLYNN video. Well, hopefully after those videos get posted, we get a real reply to the recent allegations. All right, guys. Thank you for checking out my first AMBERLYNN style reaction. And there will be more on the way. Me and my girlfriend are going to go back to the very beginning. This is something I think the Ankle does, and I think he does it in order. which is basically going to be the same thing that we're doing. Go back to the very first AMBERLYNN video. We're going to watch in order. Because there's so much, I feel like there's so many gems to be uncovered there that aren't included in your regular compilations. But thank you for anyone that watched this video. All right. Have a good, I was going to say night because it's night here. Have a good one.